The Real Wargamer here with Iron Cross, man-to-man combat on the Eastern Front 1941-42, Strategy and Tactics magazine game. Also, I'm going to start off with read some from the preface to Yellow Smoke, Future of Land Warfare for America's Military by Major General Scales. During the fateful battles around Apia Mountain in Vietnam, Hamburger Hill in soldiers' parlance, I commanded a field artillery battery with the 101st Airborne. Over months of combat, the brigade that my battery supported came up with a curious way of recognizing those officers lucky enough to complete a tour in the vertical position. As a symbolic last gesture, a departing officer would toss a yellow smoke grenade out of the helicopter as it lifted him away from the field and climbed above the jungle toward the base camp at home. In October 1969, I said goodbye to my men as they stood on the pad at Firebase Bayonet, only a few miles from the demilitarized zone. Unfortunately, I had the bad judgment to hitch my last ride aboard the battalion commander's Huey. He was only a week into the job and had yet to internalize the lore of my brigade. He gave me one of those incredulous, unknowing looks as I began to unwrap the tape that held the spoon tight to the body of the yellow smoke. I had been harboring in anticipation of just this moment. To this day, I regret having refrained and wonder what my haggard, hollow-eyed veterans thought as they witnessed a liftoff without the traditional gesture. I consider this book a yellow smoke trailing my departure from active service, and I have looked forward to tossing it for some time. Unlike my previous works, it is a personal perspective, not a history. By intention, footnotes are few. Most of the views expressed are my own, or at least a distillation of thoughts, ideas, and concepts gathered personally from long association with a very special group of extraordinary colleagues. Then he goes through some pretty meaningful thank yous. Okay, so the central thesis of this work maintains that America's new age of warfare began long before the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of the Soviet Union. Starting with Korea, this country found itself perched on the cusp of a new era of limited wars fought for limited ends with equally limited means, the most limited of which was the latitude given to combat leaders to expend soldiers' lives. Practical experience gleaned in every active conflict since Korea has provided pieces for a puzzle which, when assembled, will clarify America's strategic direction and lead to the codification of a new and uniquely American way of fighting limited wars. I had just finished an analysis of the war in Kosovo, the intended last piece of the limited war puzzle, when the fanatical followers of Osama bin Laden drove 3 pirated airliners into the twin towers of the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. The subsequent campaign to destroy the criminal forces responsible for killing so many innocent people not only overwhelmingly demonstrated the competence of American arms, but also added another confirming piece to the thesis presented in this work, a perspective on ground warfare that urges for the creation of a balanced firepower and maneuver strike force, projected and employed principally in the air and capable of fighting and winning against ruthless and adaptive enemies of the sort this country will face in the new era of firepower-intensive limited wars. This new force will exploit the advantages of superior knowledge and speed to collapse an enemy's centers of gravity before that enemy is able to disperse, hide, and go to ground in an effort to lessen the overwhelming killing power of American precision weaponry. The 19th century German military philosopher and theorist Karl von Clausewitz was the first to offer a holistic explanation of the character of human conflict. The thesis of his classic work on war states simply that war is an act of force to compel our enemy to do our will. The object of war is to compel, and the means to achieve that end is force. While the specific means, the actual application of force, may change with the introduction of new technologies, the fundamental nature of war, Clausewitz argues, is immutable. War is not just about killing. It is the sanctioned use of violence to achieve a legitimate political objective. Wars cannot be divorced from political authority. Wars always take place within certain political, cultural, technological, economic, and geostrategic contexts. It would be disingenuous, therefore, for anyone to attempt to offer a convincing view of how wars will be fought in the future without attempting to anticipate the conditions, the who, what, why, and where of future conflict, as a necessary prologue to the how. All right, Iron Cross, still with German setup. So some commentary on the setup. First of all, you'll see the white writing because these are the back sides. That means I'm having all Germans start in down position. Of course, why would they not? So they start in down position. I make sure that there's a unit, a soldier. I always feel funny saying unit because they are soldiers, but yeah, I guess that's still so. A soldier. Make sure there's at least one soldier in each position with a performance rating of 9 or better, so that they can be acting leaders. So they can serve as acting leaders, right? So the LMG here has a 9. That's my team leader there. Okay, so obviously I make sure performance rating 11, 9, 10, 9, etc. Down here 9, 10, 11, 10. So those are the high performance rating soldiers, and then of course I make sure, conversely, I make sure that the low performance rating soldiers, like with 7 or in this case 6, make sure that they are stacked with that 9+ performance leader. Again, I'll say actual leader or acting leader. Obviously I occupy my improved positions here like that. I put the LMG here so that it has generally, it'll be firing through all these little obstacles and the little houses and the trees, but generally that's better than that somewhere on this side. Let's see, terrain. Those okay. Those kind of look like shell holes, and are they? I don't remember. Or are they destroyed trees? Again, I thought it was a while ago, but I thought I remembered finding something about the destroyed buildings and the destroyed trees. Oh well, I'll keep looking. I did a quick look before this video, still didn't see anything. So what the terrain that we're definitely dealing with by the movement and combat effects table is clear road, gully. I don't think there are any gullies on this map, so not really in play. 1 hex building, yes. Multi-hex building, yes. Level 1. Woods. 2 or more. Oh, 2 or more. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of those. So that 1 tree in a hex is a tree, but not woods. Whereas that one and that one, those are considered woods hexes. Marsh, no marsh on this map. Level 1 hill and level 2 hills, we definitely have. Yeah, we have both. Okay. All right, and we have improved positions. +1 die per IP. Here in the back court, or the north side of the battlefield, here we have a 9 performance and 8 performance soldiers there in the improved position, with their leader next, adjacent inside the building there. Again, leader next to a 10 performance and 8 performance soldier in the other improved position there, or another improved position there. And way back, the IP3 objective, the multi-hex building there, we've got a leader and the 2 flamethrowers. Yep. So 3 soldiers, very short range, but basically once the Russians have fought all the way through, by the time they get in here, it's a close-in fight anyways. I did a real quick calculation. I'm assuming that the east-west road for setup is this one here. Goes like that. I'm not going to verify it. I could. I'm not going to. I'm going to say this is the east-west road, and then I realized that these guys were south of the road here. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to pull them back to the corner of that building there. Still gives them fields of fire out here, and then maybe they can come down this road this way somewhat. And then that made it, I wasn't going to leave this improved position out here alone, and I thought about moving the whole thing, but I still want this long fire lane there. So I pulled the LMG from here back to here, and then I pulled these guys back from here to here. So now really my forward position is the one forward position here. That does mean that when the enemy gets up here, they have a little covered and concealed position there, but yeah, it is what it is. So I went ahead and made that adjustment so that this is one squad here and this is one squad here. Okay, I had to make another adjustment because I wasn't done with the order of battle. I just got out my two squads. First of all, so I didn't see, it says squad E. E is down here on the north side of the east-west road. It says squad E less light machine gun with a performance rating of 9s, or I'm sorry, 10. So I grab the light machine gun with a performance rating of 10, and I take it out. So it's not on the map, it's not in play. It goes to the box, to the chit box, but I didn't notice on the next line down it says and 2 flamethrowers. So that, I guess that's less the light machine gun and less the 2 flamethrowers. So the two flamethrowers that I had way down here on the baseline, I had to take them out. They're not in play. Done. So I did a little bit of adjusting. And there, I also saw if I continue on the order of battle for the Germans, there are 2 medium machine guns, number 1 and 2, with squad C. C is on the south side of the east-west road. So I put 1 medium machine gun here, which allowed me to separate out the leader with one of the soldiers here, and I put the other medium machine gun here, which allowed me to separate out these soldiers over here. Then there's a platoon leader with squad E. E is down here. So I put the platoon leader here. And there's a platoon sergeant with squad C. Yes. So I put the platoon sergeant right there. And then that's everything. So squad C complete with 2 medium machine guns and a platoon sergeant. Then you have squad E here minus 1 light machine gun and 2 flamethrowers, but with the platoon leader, and then the the 6 improved positions.